Hi guys, I think we're live.
We are live. I got the little yellow light.
Sorry. Hey Donna, how's it going?
Hey Michelle, I'm good. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Oh, we were just saying what a crazy day it's been. It's been a Monday all over the place, I guess.
Oh yeah, aren't Mondays awesome though? Oh, I love it.
We are live. Okay.
Is that you? Was that you?
It might have been, yes.
Well, awesome. Okay, guys, if you guys are here, if you're watching this live, do me a favor. Make sure you have gone to, well, if you don't hear me saying this, you have not gone to theblogbabes.com/hangout. But make sure you're in that page, leave a comment, make sure that, let us know that you're here. So let's kind of do some roll call and see who's here.
Yep. And I have Brenda's here and Carolyn's here and Colleen's here. And let me refresh this to see. And that's all we have right now. But I'm sure, and I kind of posted in the Blog Babes, Michelle, in the inner circle that if by any chance anybody couldn't make it, that we would be recording this and putting it there, for them. So
this is being recorded.
Yeah.
And so, okay, well, let's go ahead and just start talking a little bit. We were chatting, Don and I were chatting a few days ago about what we want to do our next high value live training on. And we both have decided that, well, we both agree that it's really, really important that for those of us that are blog babes, we're all on Facebook. And we were talking about how important it is to utilize Facebook as well as blogging, how important both of them are to building your online presence. And so, and also, we also want to share with you some really awesome tips on how to drive traffic to your blog using social media. And, I think what's really important, and Don and I were talking about this, is don't rely on creating your blog to brand yourself, to build your online business, okay? But also don't rely on just Facebook to do that as well. Does that make sense, Donna?
Yeah. I read a quote or some kind of statement, and I wish I would have kind of written it down. But anyways, it says it's pretty much your blog and your social media content. That is not your business. Your business is the things that you're doing every day to kind of build your business. And your social media and your blog are tools to help grow your business. And so it's kind of like, to kind of being able to differentiate the two and know that, just because you're on social media, that's not your business of being on social media. Your business is to whatever you're promoting, or, if we're all with Jeunesse, and it's promoting Jeunesse, but at the same time, social media is our tool to help us grow our Jeunesse businesses, or however you want to look at that.
Now, remember though, we're not all with Jeunesse here. We're actually blog babes. We actually are. We have people though that are watching this training that are not just with one company. So we have to remember that.
Right.
We have a lot of team members that are with our company, but for sure. So yeah, but yeah, we definitely want to invite anybody though that is looking to establish an online presence by utilizing blogging and social media. And right now we're really, really focusing on Facebook and blogging, because those are the big, spokes of the wheel per se. But what I want to do is, what Don and I want to do today is we want to actually talk to you about, before we actually get into the social media aspect, because, the first thing we want to do is we obviously want to make sure that you have your blog set up, because it's all about driving traffic to your blog. And I'm going to explain to you why that is so important. So for those of you that have a blog, that have it set up, I want you to go to our page. Donna, do you mind posting a comment in our group and asking who has a blog, and ask them to post the link to their blog, even if it's not done? If you have the domain, post it there. We want to know who has at least gotten their domain to get their blog started. And then of course, we want to know where you're at in your journey, because our goal is to help you get to getting your blog established and getting your blog set up, because that's going to be the driving force, you guys, behind building an online presence and building your business. And I'm going to explain that to you in just a few minutes, because what we're going to do today is we're going to explain to you the 5 most important parts of your blog that you absolutely need to have. Okay. So if anybody can guess what those are, leave a comment and let us know what you think those are. And you know, Dawn and I were asking each other that. We both were like, well, let's see. I know one of them is the such and such page, the such and such page, but we're going to get into that. So I think what I'm going to do is, you know what, guys, I think I'm just going to share my screen and just start with a little PowerPoint presentation. It's blank right now. I'm going to actually type while we're talking. Is that okay, Donna?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? I bet if I put it in present mode, then I won't be able to type. So I'm just going to go ahead and just leave it like this and just let you guys just see what I'm typing. And the 5 most important pages of your blog. I'm going to go ahead and copy that and put that right there, because that is the title of our training for today. And then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to delete these slides. And I'm going to go ahead and copy some of those. Okay. All right, guys. So let me start with this one first. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. Okay. Did you set up your blog? Now, Donna, I want to ask you this too. Did we set up our blog specifically for conversions, or did we just slap something up there based on our gut feeling on what would work?
That's a good point.
Because, you know, for most people that are starting out, and even for people that have been blogging for a while, me, it's actually the second option. A lot of people will just slap something up there based on their gut feeling and what they think would work.
Right.
And for all of them, including me, I have to admit, I've been guilty of this. A lot of people just have a collection of blog posts. Have you ever been to a blog and you just see a collection of blog posts? Well, I want to talk to you guys about something that is overlooked that all the top bloggers are doing, and it's called auxiliary pages. And what these are, guys, is the whole thing wraps around conversions, okay? Conversions. And I know some of you are asking, what is a conversion? I'll get to that in just a second. But what a lot of people do is they overlook the importance of having these auxiliary pages. And their main thoughts about conversion comes down to stuffing things in the sidebar and hoping that somebody clicks on it. Okay. This is what we call impulse clicks. And I have a hint for you guys. This rarely works. Okay. So let me type that real quick. Okay. So basically what we want to do is we want to talk about auxiliary pages. Okay. And what a lot of people do, what a lot of mistakes people make is they think that they stuff their sidebar with content and hope that somebody clicks on it. Okay. This rarely works. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to talk to you about how we need to make sure that our blog is set up for conversions. Okay. And we're going to talk about the 5 important core pages that you need to have on your blog. And the reason why, you guys, this is so important is because of that word I said, conversions. Okay. Conversions, you guys, are the name of the game. And if you're not getting your readers to do something valuable when they come to your blog, then you're not building your leverage, you're not building your asset, you're not building your value. It's just a huge waste of time. So let's get started. What is a conversion? Okay. A conversion is somebody who comes to your blog and they are an unnamed random person. You have no idea who they are. There's no connection. Okay. So the very first thing that you want to do is you want to get them to convert from a virtual nobody to a real subscriber. Okay. or in marketing jargon, that's called a qualified lead, okay? In practical terms, what this means, guys, is they will opt into your email list, and what you're doing is you're earning the email address of your readers. And this is by first and foremost the main purpose of your blog. Now, in our last training, Don and I showed you how to create a lead capture page. It had nothing to do with your blog, it had nothing to do with your website, except for it was just a page. They didn't know anything about who you were, what your blog was, anything. All it was is it was just a completely focused, you know, opt in here for this free gift or what have you, and they were a lead. Okay, this is a little bit different. This is utilizing your blog to brand yourself. Okay, Don, am I making sense so far?
Yeah, totally. I mean, yes, definitely.
Okay. So guys, everything about the setup and the design of your blog should be aimed at getting people to opt in for your lead magnets, okay? And what this does is this puts them on the road for receiving more ongoing and enhanced value from you, okay? So let me ask you guys a question, okay? Have you ever poured a glass of water onto a concrete floor? What happens, Donna? What happens when you pour a glass of water onto a concrete floor?
It kind of spreads everywhere.
There you go. Yeah. Water, it basically splatters around in a random fashion and it makes a huge mess. Okay. Mm-hmm. But if you pour that glass of water into what's called a funnel, and if you pour your glass of water into a funnel or some kind and the water doesn't splatter, in fact, what it does, guys, is it is guided rather gently into wherever it's aimed at. Okay. This is the same thing that we call attention or energy, okay? What your blog's primary function is to attract attention and then to guide it to the next logical step. Does that make sense, Donna?
Yes, most definitely.
So basically it's creating a funnel type of atmosphere, okay? And all that is, guys, is when you create a funnel, all you want to do is you want to attract attention, okay, with your blog, whether it's in the form of an article, which is usually the way it's going to be, okay? But we're going to talk to you about those strategies in a little bit. And then your job then is to guide it to the next logical step, okay? And I bet you can guess what that next logical step is. If not, I'm going to tell you. But think about this, guys. Think about this. When a person is sitting on the other end of their computer and they're looking at your blog on their screen, okay? If you can envision like these little attention beams coming out of their eyes and looking at your blog, that attention must be guided. Otherwise, it's going to flow all randomly and not go anywhere. And even with the blog babes, you know, when people join the blog babes, they're like, okay, what do we need to do? What is the first thing we do? And if you guys go into our training, you see, we don't just throw that stuff up there and expect you to find where to go. We tell you where to go. And that's kind of the same thing you need to do with your blog, you guys, okay? So basically, in most cases, the first step of attracting attention is going to be by way of one of your blog posts, like I said, and in almost all cases, one of your blog posts is going to be the main entry point into your site. And there's a number of things that you can do on a blog post, though, to optimize it as an attention funnel. What I mean by that is you can do things such as, ways to get them to opt into your list is include a targeted call to action at the end of your a list, okay? You want to pay attention to how your actual blog post is designed, and that is something that I want to share with you guys on another training, because it's super, super important, because most people don't read blogs. Most people skim. And there's this actual scientific way to create blog posts so that people you can literally lead their eyes on where to go. And the end result is you want to be building value in their minds. You want them to start to trust you, know you, and like you. And then you want them to join your list. Mm-hmm. All right. You also want to avoid cluttering up your sidebar with useless garbage that visually distracts people. Okay. And you also, of course, want to include links inside your post to places in your site that you want them to go. Okay. So aside from your blog posts, though, we've got to talk about these core pages. And what's going to happen is sometimes people will land on these pages directly, but most people often will come to these pages after doing something else. So what this means, guys, though, think of this. Think about this. When you've got somebody that decides to click over to another page, what that means is that that person that's on your blog is becoming a qualified visitor, because that second click means that they're more interested than just being a casual web observer who just scans and then bounces off. Does that make sense, Donna?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, most definitely. You're so right.
Yeah, so we need to take into account the mindset of the person on these core pages and set them up accordingly. So let's review 5 of the most important core pages of your blog and what to do with them. So what do you think the first one is?
Your homepage.
Okay, do you guys know what a homepage is? Donna, do you know what's a homepage?
Well, a homepage is like if your domain, if the blogbabes.com, when you go there, you're going to land on whatever the pages that we direct it to be, in the homepage. And most of the time, in most businesses or most people, they have it as a place where it's telling about what that website is about. So whatever your market is, or you're pretty much talking to your people that are going to be coming onto that site.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Now I'm going to share with you. Now everybody has a different philosophy in how they think their main homepage should be. Okay. But usually the homepage is, it's the main domain name. And also sometimes people will put the homepage on the navigation bar of their blog. And if you don't know what the navigation bar is, that's just the part that has the different names at the top on a bar. And it will say things like blog, contact me, about me, and other things like that. Sometimes people will have a home, and that just takes you to the main page. But of all your core pages, your home page is most likely to be used as an entry point for your blog. Okay, so with that, let's look at the typical mindset of the reader on this page. Okay, keep in mind, guys, they know nothing about you yet, and to be honest with you, they really don't give a crap. They really don't give a crap about you at this point. Okay, what they do is they do have one question in their mind, and is this site relevant to me, and why should I care? So what most people do with their blog homepage, now what I'm doing, guys, is I'm sharing with you something that I 100% agree with. And my air conditioner is about to come on, so tell me if it gets loud, because if it is, I'll shut it off. Is it loud?
No.
Okay.
I don't hear a thing.
Oh man, it's deafening roaring in my ear.
Really? No, we don't hear it.
Okay, so where was I? Okay, so what most people do with their blog homepage is they run it like a default look, which is most themes will display your latest posts by default in the homepage. And what that means is that most of your blog homepages are crammed full of 5 to 10 full blog posts with a ton of sidebar widgets and the like. Okay. In other words, and this is my personal opinion, and this is something I've done differently for my site. Most blog homepages are they call it visual overload and completely overwhelming. And to be completely honest with you, it stinks for conversions. Okay. The homepage of your blog should do these 3 things. Okay. It should clearly communicate your brand and value proposition. In other words, remember, they're thinking, is this site relevant to me, and why should I care? Okay. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure it clearly communicates what your brand is. And also you want to move them a little down the belief chain to believing in what you offer. Okay. And the final thing, guys, let me make this a little bit smaller. Oh, that's pretty small. That's really small. Sorry. Another thing you want to do, because I said there were 3 things that you want to make sure you do on your homepage. Give them a clear next step, okay? Because you see, the purpose of your homepage is to catch them, sell them, then move them along deeper into your site, ideally by the way of subscribing, okay? So, I don't know, let me show you, I guess let me show you now. Not everybody has their blog look like this, but I want to share with you what I've done from my side, okay? Donna, when you go to my personal blog, is it pretty obvious what I'm offering people?
We'll scroll down a little bit. You say that you're helping us to succeed online.
That's right. So right here, I'm using a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Offering free training, get 7 days of free training. And you know what, guys? I need to be more specific with that. I need to be more specific saying Facebook training or blogging training.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually a little bit too vague, okay? But what I want to do is I want to give people, I get tons of opt-ins, you guys, on my front page when people visit my main blog, because I have a lot of YouTube videos out there. And if I don't have it set up as a blog post, I use my main website as a link on there. And so I get a lot of hits to my main page. And I get a lot of opt-ins from this because I like using this as eye-catching. And my goal is to reach out to people that are wanting to build an online business, right? Mm-hmm. So helping you succeed online. And then something else that it was recommended is include, if you have any testimonials, guys, this is where we actually help each other. We need to be doing some testimonials for each other, putting them on our blog so that when people are visiting your blog, they see that other people have things to say about you, okay? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then what I did is then I have my blog, but as you can see, I don't have any sidebar thingies to distract them or anything like that. Really, my main goal, obviously, is to get them to opt in. If they want to scroll down, fine, that's going to build a little bit of value, hopefully, but and then it is going to be my blog, okay, which is just my blog post. But when I this training that I'm going through right now about blogging is just awesome. They say that you can even take it a step further and you can pick and choose what blog posts you have on your main page. That is, like, for instance, I probably should only have Facebook training blog posts if that's my target market are people that want more trainings on Facebook. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So like for the blog babes, maybe if we just made sure we had blogging tips or what have you, how to establish an online presence, blog posts. Remember, just imagine you are your prospect. What is it that they're looking for? And most of the blog posts that I'm doing are Facebook tips. And so when people are jumping over my blog, and I knew I shouldn't have been doing this, but I shouldn't have my next blog post be an Instagram post because it's almost like taking a different road. Does that make sense, Donna? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to remove a lot of the other ones. I just want to be specific. I want to be so specific on who my target market is. I want people that want help with blogging tips and people with Facebook. And actually on my personal blog, I'm only going to be focusing on Facebook tips. And the blog babes I'm going to use the blog babes for our blogging tips. And then inside my personal blog here, I'm going to point everything to the blog babes, but this is like my lead magnet. My blog is my lead magnet. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, okay. All right. So does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions?
No, not yet, Michelle. I've been watching.
Okay. Okay, another one, guys, that is another one of the 5 most important pages is your actual blog page, okay? Now, your blog page is obviously your blog page. Okay, now what they do, what's kind of recommended is it is kind of recommended that your blog page is not your main page. So here's my blog page. So this is an actual page Okay. And hopefully if you guys have gone through our training, you know how to set this up. Okay. And so basically, as you can see, I'm focusing a lot more on Facebook now. And but what they're doing is what's recommended is that your blog homepage not be a list of all of your posts, okay? But actually have the blog on your navigation bar like I do, okay? And then what people will, it's like people expect to see the opportunity to visit your blog though and see what other kind of articles you have, okay? And basically what the blog is a blog is usually in a chronological list, a chronological order of blog posts, okay? So most people know that the latest blog post is going to be the latest one that was created, okay? And the typical mindset of the person on this page is they're going to look to see what other value you're offering. So the goal of this page is to allow them to find something of value. And if they find something of value, then they'll click on it. And what this does, guys, is this moves them a little bit further down the funnel of potentially becoming a real subscriber. Let me show you also, can I show you like my ageless one? Mm-hmm. This is my ageless blog. And, you know, if you go to my main blog, agelesswithmichelle.com, everything I'm targeting right now, you guys, is people that hate wrinkles, okay? I'm not talking about any of the other products that my company has. I'm only focusing on women that hate their wrinkles, okay? And so what I'm doing is I'm really promoting the Instantly Ageless product. And what I'm doing is I'm being very specific. So here I'm offering to win a free sample. If they click here, then it's going to take them to an opt-in form, okay? But right here on the blog, what I'm doing on the blog now, I can tweak this, okay? Because, but do you see what the name of this article is? What does knee replacement have to do with wrinkles? Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, what this is, guys, is I'm telling the Jeunesse Global story. But do you see how I'm using wrinkles, how I'm tying wrinkles into that?
Yeah.
And it's a great story, you know, but I want to talk about women that hate the wrinkles, right? So I don't know. Do you think someone is going to click more if a woman hates her wrinkles, she's a targeted lead? Do you think she's going to care more about how Jeunesse Global got started, or what does knee replacement have to do with wrinkles? I mean, that's more, I don't know, Donna, is that more, a little bit more enticing for somebody to click on than just who is Jeunesse Global?
Oh, yeah, because it's going to pique an interest, because they're going to say, what? Let me see what that says. So, of course, they're going to read it more.
All right. And then this one was a personal post, so I didn't really like target women with wrinkles, right? But here, oh, I need to change this. I hate this image. Here, can a smoothie a day really keep the wrinkles away? Guess who I'm targeting? Women that hate wrinkles. Mm-hmm. Okay, here's another one. Does water really help reduce wrinkles? You may be surprised. Okay, so as you can see, what I'm doing is I am actually targeting wrinkles. And so I'm being very specific on my thing. And then what's going to happen is then hopefully people are going to click around and learn more about me, and then also opt into my list. I'm going to give them opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to opt into my list, because that's where they're going to become a better qualified lead. So, but in regards to your blog, okay, you want to be careful of cluttering your sidebar, okay? And so, you know, what we recommend is you want something that's going to, obviously when you click on this image right here, hopefully this is eye-catching. When you click on it, it's going to take you to my opt-in page, okay? It takes you to a squeeze page. Here, I give people the opportunity to buy my product, right? And then here I do have some recent posts listed. And then here's another one, the benefits of stem cell skincare. Now this is a link to a blog post. What's recommended is that if you're going to do anything on the sidebar, don't have something that's going to like change gears on the people's minds. If they're thinking about wrinkles, then you want to have blog posts that's going to kind of stay with the flow. Does that make sense, Donna?
To stay with the flow? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, something that I have never thought of, but I'm definitely interested.
So obviously you know that it's pretty obvious when you look at this that I'm targeting women that probably hate their wrinkles. Does it seem obvious? Okay, good. And on my blog, on my personal blog, like Donna, there's one of your testimonials. On this one, I have the opportunity for them to subscribe here. I don't think I've gotten any opt-ins on this, but maybe one or two, honestly. But I have like this testimony.
Probably need an image, Michelle.
Yeah, like I did before.
Yeah,
absolutely. This one, Facebook Bootcamp, click here. It takes them to, guess what? A squeeze page, okay, where I get their email address, okay? And I'm using, here's the sidebar. Now, this is something that's a little distracting. This doesn't really serve me. I might end up taking this off, okay? Because when somebody clicks on that, it's an affiliate link. You know, I don't know if I want to send somebody to an affiliate link because it's going to distract them. I want to target people that are, you know, want more information on blogging tips, which is why I'm promoting my Facebook Bootcamp course. And then here, if you've got a few bands on your Facebook page, post it on there. This is something that we, is this on our training course on how to put the like box in your sidebar?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and this is just a great way to just add value, okay? When people see that I've got a few thousand or a couple thousand, you know, obviously I'd like that to be 20,000, but, you know, that would be total rock star status, and I'd have like 2 assistants. This is something I might take off, you know? This, I don't know. I'm always changing things around because I'm always learning about what's the best way to have your blog set up, right? But one thing also, guys, that I used to do way back when is I didn't really know what my target was. I just knew I wanted to start blogging, and I was sharing a bunch of inspirational stories. I love inspirational stories, but it's not really consistent with my target market for, you know, my Facebook tips and our blogging. So I might end up having to create a totally separate blog just for my inspirational stories. Does that make sense, Donna?
Yes. Well, because you're being very niche specific.
Yeah. And that's something that you want to be careful about if you are going to be talking about different things. If you're going to have, you know, and it's a science, guys. I mean, you know, you can talk about mindset. You can talk about network. I'm talking about network marketing. I'm giving sales tips, Facebook tips. You know, I want to help people that want to establish an online presence, but I also want you to be careful that I'm not going to confuse them as to what my goal is. Okay. And it's almost like you need to hold their hand. So keep your sidebar to a minimum. And also, you know, another thing that you can add is also the search capability. If somebody knows that they want to find something about, like if you go to the search bar and let's say I did a post on birthdays, okay? So if I go there, I can see birthday posts that might have been done, okay? All right, so, okay. Donna, what's another page that's really important for people to do?
I think is a really important one.
What's that?
The About page.
Oh my heck. That is probably one of the most important, is the About Me page. That is so true. Every blog should have an About page because people will indeed visit it when trying to figure out what you're all about. The typical mindset of the person on this page is, should I care? So what's your answer to that? You know, the About page typically won't be an entry point to your site. But what it is a page that they'll go to after arriving from another page. And remember, I said earlier that if somebody clicks over to one of these pages from, let's say, a blog post, those are becoming qualified visitors, okay? And their sole purpose is to find out why they should care about your blog. And what most people do, and you guys think about this, I know for a fact that I've gone over and I've clicked the About page. I have specifically looked for the About page on people's blogs and websites because I want to know, who are they? Are these people really of value? What are their credentials? What kind of experience do they have? And if you guys don't have that much experience, that's okay. That is absolutely okay. But you have to think, what are they looking for? Are they looking for somebody that maybe knows a little bit more than what they know, because you guys, an expert is generally somebody who knows a little bit more than the other person, okay? If you know a little bit more than the person next to you, you are an expert in their eyes, okay? So what most people do on their about pages though is, and guys, I totally was one of the people that did this. I was a drone about telling my life story. Oh my gosh, it was dry. And I thought it was just like, okay, I know they want to know all about me, but guys, guess what? People don't really care. They really don't. I told my whole life story. I mean, I went back what I did every year with my life, basically, for the last 5 years. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I was almost embarrassed with myself, because it's like, I can't believe I did this. But this is stuff that you learn, right? But you need to think about this. What do people, when people go to your site and they want to learn about you, they really don't care about your whole life story, okay? But what you can do is you can put a link in your About Me section. So what they want to do is your page, okay, your About page is literally a page about you, but it's also about why they should care, okay? In other words, the About page is a sales page, but it's a sales page about you and about your blog. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So what it does, guys, is your About page is selling them on your site, just like all good sales pages, and you need to give them a call to action, okay? That was a huge mindset shift for me, and let me show you what I did on mine. Totally changed mine, okay? So here's my About Me page now. Can you see this, Donna? Okay. So first thing I did is I showed a picture of my family, right? But now when you read this, wait, where's my other one? Let me see if I still have it. Oh my gosh, I hope I still do. I hope I still have it, because it was horrible. You know what? Doggone it. Okay. So basically here it is. It was a picture of me and my husband, and I was talking about my passion is to help people, blah, blah, blah. Now, if you look here, I basically got right to the point. So here I said, hi, my name is Michelle. I'm the creator of this blog. Here is what this website is all about. And if you can see, the first thing I said is I'm talking to them. So imagine you're a prospect and you're on this page. You're an entrepreneur. You want to find targeted leads. You want people to find you. You want people to buy their products. You want people to join your business. If you can see what I'm doing, I'm actually talking about their pain, right? And then I ask them questions. You may have asked yourself stuff like, how can I actually generate leads and customers? How can I actually sell without appearing salesy? Because the type of blog posts I'm doing are people that are online entrepreneurs, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of like acting like I'm reading their mind, and then I assure them that they're in the right place, and then I tell them, here's how I can help you, okay? And then what I did is I actually did something that I thought, I just was like, this is so stinking easy. And if I was somebody that was reading this, it would make so much more sense. And I just explained, I have 4 years blogging experience. I have over 2.5 years Facebook marketing experience. I've generated thousands of leads using only my blog and Facebook. So Donna, in your mind, if you're a prospect, what is this doing in your mind if you're reading something like this?
Well, because if I was having those problems, the first thing I would be thinking is, oh, well, heck, that's exactly what I need. So let me see what she's got to offer.
Yeah. And so what I'm doing here is I'm building value, right? And I'm building value. I mean, I've got 20 years sales and marketing experience. I've got stuff I want to share. And here I have a proven blueprint on how to use social media in my blog to brand myself and to generate leads. Then what I did is I did a call to action. And I said here, subscribe below, get proven strategies and action plans aimed squarely at getting results and truly turning your blog and Facebook into a money-making tool. And then I have given the opportunity to subscribe. Donna, what do you think of that? Is that okay?
Yeah, I think it's great. And I love how easily it is to read. You got a lot of white space, you got bullet points, you're right to the point. I give it an A+.
Thank you. And actually, I meant to make these bullet points, but I forgot to save it like that. So, and then actually, if you go down, then I talk a little bit more about me, the stuff they might not care about. Because what I did here is I went right to the jugular. I went right for the jugular, and I addressed their pain. And then here, a little about me. Then I added some value. They're like, well, what? Who does she think she is? You know. So here I talk a little bit about, and here's a shout out for the blog babes, right? And if there's anything, guys, anything that you've done, my gosh, you guys can put on your blog that you're a member of the blog babes. You are a member of a mindset mastermind group that teach. I mean, you can totally use that. You know, you can totally use all that. And so you just, anything that you can say that will build credentials. If you have a degree, use that. If you're from the School of Hard Knocks, heck yeah, use that, right? And then at the very bottom, I said my personal life. And look what I did for my personal life, you guys. I did bullet points. Because I know this is the least part what they care about, right? But at the same time, you know, they might see something that's like, oh, I didn't get married till I was 40 years old. I didn't, you know, they might think I didn't either, you know? So this is just a little like PS here on my personal life, okay? But the key is, guys, the key is to get them as a subscriber. So I don't know. I just changed this and I love it compared to what it used to be. Before it was such a snoozer, it's not even funny. And I really like what I've done with it. I like it. Thanks. And so I'll probably still tweak it a little bit, but as you can see, I don't have anything to distract them on the sidebar or anything like that. All right. So, all right. So that was the About Me page. Now, what's another page, Donna, that's important?
Let's see. We did the home. We did the about. We talked about the blog a little bit. What about a welcome page? Are we talking about that, Michelle?
Well, okay. Another one though.
Or I was going to say a work with me page.
Well, let's go over this one real quick. The contact page. Oh, contact. Yeah, you always want to give them an opportunity to contact you. And guess what, guys? I still haven't added that. I need to add a contact. But guess what, Donna? You're such a good look. Donna created the contact. We have a contact page on the blog babes. And I don't know why that P just went down like that. Oh, did you see that?
Yeah, it's something with Pinterest. It could be because it's picking up images.
Yeah. Okay, so here is our contact page on the blog babes. Hey everyone, we're so honored that you found us. Boom, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or you can email us by using the form below. Check this out. And we have this in our training, right, on how to create a form like this?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, we do. I saw it. So guys, make sure you have a contact page, okay? So here Donna's got an About Us page, a contact page. Here's the home page. Here's the blog. And then these other ones, now for me, let me show you another one that I have. This is pretty cool. I've got the home page, the About Me page, my blog. This is not a necessary page, but I do have a page of testimonials for people that might want to learn a little bit more about me. So if I've got some testimonials, I'm going to include that, right? It's a way to add value. And I might actually take off the sidebar here and make this be a page. This, guys, is an actual category of all my Facebook tips. All right, so this one though, guys, this is really cool. This is my free trainings. Now, obviously I want to target people that want to take advantage of my trainings and here, get access. Guess what? It's another lead magnet. So I do have something like that on, and we have that on the blog babes too, don't we? The inner circle right there. The inner circle is a lead capture page, right? And hold on. We also have the training room. Is this one a capture page?
Yep.
There you go. So that's not a necessity per se, but it's really strongly recommended that you have that. So you definitely want to use that in your navigation bar. And you guys, we're going to show you how you can actually go in and look to see who's been clicking around on your site, and you can see what pages they've been clicking on. Yeah, and honestly, most of the people that are exiting out of my site is usually whenever they find a page like this, because they've opted into my list.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's all about. So,
and Michelle, let's just pause for a second. I don't know if this is, Carolyn is asking a question, and I want it to be answered without just me answering her, through the thread. But she's saying that for a lot of us, we don't have the years of training, like you have. So how should they sound knowledgeable in their blog posts?
okay. Oh, that's a great question. So basically, it depends on who your target market is, right? So are you going to be talking about the anti-aging niche? Are you going to be doing tips for anti-aging? Or are you going to be talking to work from home? Because you want to be ultra specific. So if you're going to be talking about, creating the dream, working from home blog posts, most people are not going to be at a huge level of success when they're starting a blog like that. But there's no reason why you can't talk about your dreams, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you can be sharing, like Carolyn, you share some amazing content on your Facebook, okay? It's almost the same thing there. You're doing some amazing things. People are loving that. And you've got followers. You've got people that are watching you that are not even participating. I know that for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said earlier, guys, whatever your target market is, a lot of us are in the anti-aging niche. Do you really think I know a lot about wrinkles? I mean, I'm not an expert, but all I do is I go out and I do research, a little bit of research, and I share it. And that is something that, Anna, I think you know what this means, right? ILT, invest, learn, and teach. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Guys, this is huge. Ray Higdon teaches this. And Carolyn, I think you've heard of this before too, invest, learn, teach.
Mm-hmm.
Just learn something, whether it's doing research on blog posts, whatever it is that you want to do an article about, just go do the research and reiterate that in a blog post. Okay. And then what you can do is your sign off is you're a regular girl going after your dreams, but you can have your own, whatever resonates with you.
Yeah.
Okay. But the key is that most people do not share what they're learning. And if you just take that next step and you start sharing what you're learning, and I'm not talking about in the form of just Facebook posts, sharing something from another page, okay? I'm talking about creating a blog post, reiterating something that you've read, an article that you've read, reiterating, putting your own spin to it, your own words, and then create your own image with it, share that all over the place. And we're going to share with you on the next training how to do that, how to actually share all your content. Okay. So, when I first started blogging, no, I did not have the years of experience behind me, but I didn't. So what you want to do is you want to just share information because it's your passion. And on your About Me page, talk about your history. You've got some things of value to offer. Every one of us do. Every one of us do. And just talk about what your passion is. Why is it that you're passionate about whatever you're writing about in your blog? Why is it that you are doing what you're doing? Because, and imagine it from their point of view. So if you're attracting a lead that wants information on, working from home in the anti-aging niche, what is the real pain that you want to address? I have to have two different blogs because I'm going after two different niches, right? One is purely using the product, and the other one is the trainings. I could actually even create a third blog and have it be going after your dreams. I don't know. I mean, you have to be, this is an example of why you need to be ultra specific though, because otherwise you can just get overwhelmed, And my blog, onlinewithmichelle.com, when I first started onlinewithmichelle.com before I started having success. And I was just posting stuff that I was learning. So
and I know that I think if I remember right, Carolyn, if I can just address you, is that you were wanting to help new network marketers start online. So just think about, some of the things of what kind of questions or what kind of problems did they have, or what kind of issues were they having. And, like I said, your blog post, and Michelle, isn't this right? I mean, they don't have to be any certain length. Just start off with just a couple of paragraphs, and you will be surprised. The more, it's just like anything else. The more that you do it, the easier it gets. And so once you, just start typing, you'll see how easy that can get.
Actually,
because it's going to trick your memory to all kinds of different things. You can say, oh, I remember that. Oh, and then you'll have to find yourself kind of staying focused and not going off on rabbit trails all over the place.
I totally just remembered when I first got started. You know what I did, guys, is I read inspirational books. I read books, and I just kind of like gave my spin to a chapter that I read. Mm-hmm. And then I created my own video challenge, and I shared stories. So I've got stories out there, you guys, where I've got stories out there where I was talking about, the fleas in a jar when you put a lid on, with the fleas do you guys know the story about the fleas in the jar, or the story of the lobster in the bowl, or the story of the two mice or whatever in the vat of milk? I mean, I was sharing those stories all the time. And I was creating a following. I was just learning this stuff. This is like, okay, I don't know anything else, so I'm just going to start sharing inspirational stories. And I know that in order for me to be an entrepreneur, I need to work on my mindset. So I was sharing mindset stuff. And, so share what you're reading. Right now, guys, I'm listening to the audio of Think and Grow Rich. My mind, I am so excited I have so much content that I can share. It's not even funny. That could probably take me a year, of stuff I just want to share. And it's amazing stuff, and stuff that I don't remember from reading. It's stuff that I'm listening to, and it's like, oh my gosh, I could so totally just do a total blog post on just this one statement that was said, so it's to share, think of who your target market is and think of what they want. And just the mere fact that you're creating the content, they're going to view you as an expert, or they're going to view you as someone of authority, because you have a stinking blog. A lot of people don't even have a blog.
You're right.
I mean, people that even go as far as just using Facebook and creating a Facebook note. I mean, that's still, most people don't do that, but when people do, I respect them. It's like, wow, those guys are taking action. So just the fact that you're taking action, you're sharing something that you're learning. What you're doing, though, is and Carolyn, you do have some experience, because you know more than probably most people already. Wouldn't you agree, Donna?
Mm-hmm. That's so true. Just because you're taking action now, Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I mean, think about like your work history. I mean, for instance, if you worked in a bank, what does that mean about you? That means you're a people person. That means you love numbers, or, I don't know exactly what you did, Carolyn, what you do in the bank. I know that you're a banker, but, turn that into why they should listen to you because of your career. Why is it that somebody that was a banker wants to now work from home? And what are some of why do they want to follow you? I can think of a number of things I would say. So, just work it. Everybody has some qualities that they can brag on. Everybody does. You were a school record holder in hurdles in high school. I bet a lot of people would think that was cool. All right. What is the other page that we talked about?
Let me see. We did all about contact. And, well, you did talk about the welcome page, right?
Well, it can be like a work with me page.
Right.
A work with me or getting started. Okay. The reason that I like the getting started, I think that I'm going to create a getting started page, because a lot of people will like, okay, I'm jumping around. I have an idea what this person wants, but what is it that if I want to work with this person, what do I do? So I don't know. I really think either one of these, work with me or getting started. Now, guys, when I say work with me, do not have it be a link to your company replicated sign up page. Okay. Instead, it needs to go to a page and tell them why they should want to work with you. Okay. Or getting started. The getting started would probably be a good page for someone like me and Donna to have, because we do, or even for you, if you guys have anti-aging tips, this is where you can get started. Get started by opting into this list and get this PDF of the 10 best things you can do to reduce wrinkles, which of course is going to include products that's going to pitch your products, right? So you can do it that way, or you can do the work with me, which explains why they want to work with you, or you can do both of them. But the key, though, is, guys, is you want to intertwine these. You definitely want to intertwine the About Me page, maybe the Work With Me page or Getting Started page in almost all of your blog posts, okay? Because you want them to learn more about you. You want them to stay on your site. The longer they're on your blog, the more it's going to be viewed as an authority site from Google, okay? So you don't want to just have them go to your site and then leave. You want them to click around. You want to give them, you want to entice them, okay? So definitely inside your blog post, you want to give them an opportunity to opt into your list inside your blog post. You want to give them opportunity on the sidebar. You want to give them an opportunity on the navigation bar and on your home page. I think that having it on your home page is huge. It is for me. So, but all of these, guys, requires work and effort. But once you get that down, and the thing is that it's a funnel. It's your personal funnel, okay? So when someone's going to go to your blog, is it like you're throwing water on the concrete floor, or are you pouring it into a funnel where you are directing where the water goes? I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, that's really good.
Well, thank you. So, okay, I think that is enough for today. I hope you guys got a lot of value. We talked about the 5 or 6 most important pages that you need to have for your blog. It's not just having a blog with blog posts, okay? This is your central hub, right, Donna?
Yeah.
This is your hub.
So true. Yes.
And the key is, guys, is to drive people to your home. Drive them to your home, because you want to capture them as a lead. And you can't do that using Facebook, okay? You're actually limited on the contacts you're making on Facebook, okay? And the cool thing also about having your blog is that you can have your blog, it'll be there forever, okay? Your Facebook posts, there's a certain shelf life for each post that you have, So the next training we're going to do, we're actually going to show you how to marry the two and how to use Facebook and your other social media sites to drive traffic to your blog, because it's all about getting leads, guys, and getting opt-ins so that you can start building your business. Donna, anything you want to add?
No, I mean, yeah, I'm excited for the next training. That's going to be, just even more valuable as we, progress and go along. And so if any of you are needing any help with anything, you have to reach out to us, because, we're not mind readers. So reach out to us, message us, whatever. And, as soon as we can get to you, we will, because, we want to see you succeed. That's why you're here, and that's why we're here, taking our time and everything. So reach out to us if you have questions, if you need help, if you whatever the case is. Just reach out to us and let us know how we can help you.
Absolutely. And guys, don't forget, put your blog link, the link to your website did you put a post in there, Donna?
I did.
Okay, make sure you post your website, because we want to start a syndication group where we're going to go in and start commenting on each other's stuff once you start, because there's nothing worse than going to somebody's blog post and having nothing on there in regards to comments, right? Just like social media, right? So, it's really, really important. Also, we're a mastermind group. And what I love is that we had a new gal that signed up yesterday. She posted a question, And we've got other members that are jumping on and helping each other out, which is fantastic. And that's what I love about our group is we're a mastermind community. This is one of the benefits of being a part of something like this, is that we're here to help each other with a common goal, and that is to build a blog and utilize social media to become online rock stars. Boom.
No, love it, love it.
Boom. Bam. My sound effects are gone. All right. So guys, we're going to bid you adieu. We are going to let you know when our next training is. It's going to be next month, but it's going to be chock full of value. So we're super excited you're here. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll chat with you later. Bye.
Bye.